if you, what was I gonna say? Who knows? Very, very, very strong
people to talk to, you know, which is weird. I still feel like a child.
That works better if you warm it up with your fingers.
Hi, I'm Mallory Brooke, makeup artist and content creator here on YouTube, and today I am showing you my foundationless makeup routine. Recently, I have had a lot of meetings, a lot of errands that have been going on, and I haven't been able to just like be makeup free. I need to look a little professional, you know what I mean? But I don't have time for the full glam deal. And I've really found a wonderful routine that takes about 10 minutes and you look fresh and you don't need foundation if you're having a good skin day. And it's so funny because I had this video planned and Tex decided to scratch the crap out of my chin. So I do have 2 fun and fresh dog scratches on my chin right now, whatever. But let's get into this. If you, what was I gonna say? Huh? Who knows?
Interesting.
All right, I already have my skin prepped with my regular skincare. There are a couple of steps I like to take before I start applying coverage products. The first step is applying Jones Road Miracle Balm in my new favorite shade, which is Golden Hour. It really kind of warms up the face and gives you a little bit of a nice golden shimmer. You can totally skip these 2 steps that I'm about to show you if you don't want extra glow. Maybe you don't have dry, thirsty skin. So I like to warm this up. And I just apply it anywhere I want to be a little extra moisturized, which is under my eyes, around my nose, my T-zone, basically everywhere where everybody else is dry. Yeah, that's the life, you know? And the Miracle Balms really do help nourish the skin and just kind of make everything look perfected. Honestly, without any foundation, you could apply mascara now and go, but you know, there's a few other extra steps I like to take. The next step is I'm loving the Kosas Glow IV since I purchased it. So she's become a must in my routine. I do like the scent of roses. If you don't, and I like to warn about this product every time I talk about it because it is very, very, very strongly scented with the scent of roses, but it's like natural ingredients. It does dissipate, but at first it could be a little offensive if you don't like the smell of roses, which is unfortunate because it's a really great product. So I like to just apply this anywhere I want a little extra highlight, which is pretty much, you know, everywhere I applied the Jones Road Miracle Balm and the high points of my face. So now we just have a little extra glow, you know, to warm up my face but not give myself too stark of a dark difference. I've been loving to use for bronzer the Tower 28 Bronzino in West Coast. I love this since I purchased it. That's why I can't really shut up about it. And I do use this with a damp beauty blender and I will just go everywhere the sun would naturally give me a little warmth. And the reason why I love Bronzino is because it has a very nice golden shimmer to it, and the shade West Coast really is like the perfect natural sun-kissed shade for my skin tone, especially right now. I'm not self-tanned at all, so I'm currently in NC15, which is very, very pale, but this just gives me a real natural kind of faked bronze, like I've been out in the sun. And so I just press everything together into my skin. Okay. Last color step is I've been loving to take the Merit Beauty Flush Balm in the shade Persimmon because it gives me a lot of warmth. Again, it adds to that like sun-kissed look. But the Flush Balms, you could use any shade you like because they are so easy to use. And I like taking it kind of all over. It's a little sheer, it's glowy, and also taking it right underneath where my dark circles are because it gives me a little bit of a sheer, kind of like a color corrector because it's red, so it's gonna cancel out the blue because of the reds and oranges in there, and it really kind of brightens up the under eye before I go in with concealer. That is the only coverage product I like to use when I'm not wearing foundation because I do struggle with dark circles so much that I feel like if I don't cover my dark circles and I have somewhere to be and serious
people to talk to, you know, which is weird. I still feel like a child sometimes.
I really want to just kind of hide my dark circles, class it up, you know? So it's really all about sheer glowy products for me to give my skin life. And then for concealer, I've been loving to use the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC10. And I just take my little concealer brush and I go directly in. And I recently repurchased this concealer and was just blown away because I forgot how much it looks like skin. So it definitely brightens and everything, but it really, really looks like skin. And if you have dry under eyes, even better. It's very moisturizing and it has an SPF of 35 in it. And then I will just press this in with my fingers. I've been trying to get better at using my fingers with coverage products because I can literally hear you guys screaming at me.
That works better if you warm it up with your fingers.
I just have such bad sensory problems. I hate the feeling of product on my fingers. And I do know that warming up products with your fingers and applying them does help sometimes, but not always. And sometimes it looks just as good with a damp beauty sponge. But for a look like this, warming up emollient products on the skin really, really help it to look a little more like skin when you're not using so much coverage where you can kind of, you know, layer on product over product. If I were to just apply a ton of concealer and then just use my beauty sponge, you would see like where the concealer kind of stops and starts instead of just creating like a brightening effect. And then I'll just press this in. And then to set my concealer and make sure what I put on my eyes does not crease, I like to take my Laura Mercier loose translucent powder in the shade Rose, which is a little pinky, to kind of cancel out darkness even further. And I will take just kind of a minimal amount on my sponge and I will just press right where I've applied concealer and nowhere else. And I will just press until there's really no line of demarcation. And now, yes, I still have dark circles, but they're not as prominent and my eyes just look so much brighter.
That works better if you warm it up with your fingers.
All right, now it's time for brows. Normally when I would wear a full face of makeup, I would start with my brow pencil and then go in with my brow gel. But because the face is so fresh and not really completely perfectly constructed, I like to start with my brow gel and then just kind of shape correct and not go full on full brows when I don't have a full face of makeup on. So I'm using the Merit 1980 Brow in Blonde. It is my absolute go-to brow gel, period. And sometimes I feel like if I have a good brow day, like a natural brow day, I won't even shape correct. I just accept that the early 2000s ruined me with waxing and plucking. Today, actually, I feel like I could go without any brow pencil, which actually I might. The 1980 Brow is a really nice kind of pomade type product. It keeps the brows in place without making them stiff or heavy, and it gives you a nice little tint. In the shade Blonde is the perfect undertone for blondes. So it's not gonna leave you with like a red brow or anything. And actually, I like the way this looks, so we're not even gonna go in with brow pencil. But in case you're curious, when I do, I always use the Hourglass Arch Brow in Platinum Blonde. Now you could seriously just curl your lashes and apply mascara, but I'm gonna add a little extra something since this is a tutorial. We gotta add a little fun shimmer glimmer, you know? I'm going to use my beloved Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Intense Moonlight, and I just like to apply this right on top of my lids. And since we set concealer with the powder, you're not gonna get creasing, and the caviar sticks really do not cause creasing. And just blend with your finger, and I'm only applying this to the top of the lids because I don't want to bring any darkness down. Since we don't have really full coverage underneath the under eyes, I just like to keep the, you know, darker types of products above. And just blend with your finger. And God, this is so pretty, especially when the sun hits. Oh my God. And just make sure it's blended all the way out and up into the brow bone area. You don't have any type of stopping and starting. Look at that on its own. Isn't it gorgeous? Ooh, so, so pretty. Now you could stop there, but since I have hooded lids, I like to just ensure that there will be no creasing. So I like, and I've got to be careful, this is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. I like to take this center shade right here and just use my finger again and intensify the shimmer a little bit, as well as, you know, it's a little bit of insurance. So you don't have to touch up your makeup all day and there's no creasing if you have hooded lids. And these two shades, Intense Laura Mercier Caviar Stick and Intense Moonlight, and this center shade in the Natasha Denona Mini Glam Palette. Oh, you know what? Mini Bronze. It's the Mini Bronze palette. They really complement each other. So That's a really nice perk. And you can blend a little or not. You could literally just do this in your car, not while you're driving, when you're stopped, and you don't need brushes at all. But again, since this is a makeup tutorial, girl will go on the extra mile for you. Okay, now I'm just gonna curl my lashes, and now it's time to apply some mascara. I'm gonna use the Hourglass Unlocked mascara today. It's a tubing mascara, but what I love about it is it gives you such pretty separation, and it makes your lashes really glossy black. So I like to apply just 1 to 2 coats. That's just 1 coat. It leaves, like I said, the lashes are very feathery and light, but gives you some depth since it's so glossy and black. All right, now it's time for lips, and I like to go with this, like something a little bit rosy that will leave me with a little bit of like a muted red stain. So for lip liner, I've been loving using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in Sandstone, and having a bit of a deeper lip really helps kind of ground the whole look and give you a little more life. And now I'm just blending with my finger, and even just like a clear gloss over this lip liner is so pretty. But when I want my lips to last with this fresh face of no foundation, I like to, you know, kind of like the powder shadow over the Caviar eye stick, I like to apply a lipstick. So today we're gonna use the Jones Road lip tint in the shade Just Pinky, which is a nice rosy shade, and it's beautiful with Sandstone. And this lip combo kind of settles and rests over the day like a lip stain. So you can have your coffee and all of that kind of stuff, and it's gonna just kind of, you know, press down into the lips like a beautiful lip stain. And I love the Jones Road packaging. And just, what is it called? Yeah, Just Pinky is an extension of the lip tint line. They released some new neutrals, and I love this shade. All right, this is my basically 5 to 10 minute no foundation face when I have things to do and people to see, and I just want to look a little more put together. I'm really shocked that I'm at a point with my skin where I don't feel like I need some sort of coverage all over, but I have been trying a lot of different skin devices lately. I love the Amiro device that I talked about in a recent video. I also got an LED mask, not LED, it's all the crazy light stuff. It's actually working, and I'm really happy with my skin. And I don't know, if you feel like investing in one of like the light therapy things, I'll have links below to what I feel like works for me and my irritable, you know, autoimmune ridden skin. But I really feel like that's really what's given me the confidence to not wear foundation. To be honest, my skin is not at all naturally this calm and well-behaved. So let me know in the comments below, do you wear foundation every time that you apply makeup? And if you don't, I would love to know what concealers, what types of products you reach for when you have those days. You know it's gonna be busy, but you need to be, you know, a little put together. You're gonna be face to face with some people that you need to be a little more than au naturel in front of, but you don't want to go full glam because you don't have time. I would love to know. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you like makeup tutorials, it will let me know that you enjoy makeup tutorials so I can make more for you, and it'll let YouTube know you enjoy my content, so you'll actually see my content in your feed. And if you haven't already, subscribe. It's pretty fun, girl, over here, and mostly drama free. Everything I used today will be in the info box below. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you try this look. Let me know if you go for something like this the next time you don't want to wear foundation. And thank you, Tex, for this. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
All right.